coming to you from an unknown location, at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, bringing you the unknown. Welcome to another spine-tingling episode of Paranormal 411. Your hosts are David Reagan and Jason Scott, and together, they dive headfirst into the mysteries that lurk just beyond our understanding, featuring notable experts ready to share their insights into the world of the strange and unknown. So pull up a chair, pour a cup of something warm, and prepare to be enthralled. Here at Paranormal 411, we're not just a radio show, we're a community of truth seekers, adventurers of the mind, exploring the boundaries of the known and unknown. We invite you to join us, to share your thoughts, your experiences, your questions. Whether you've had your own encounter with the supernatural or you're simply intrigued by the inexplicable, we want to hear from you. So, don't be shy. Drop a comment and let's unravel the mysteries of the universe together. Buckle up as we journey beyond the veil of the ordinary, into the heart of the extraordinary. This is Paranormal 411, where the inexplicable meets reality and imagination takes flight. Stay tuned and remember, in the world of the paranormal, nothing is as it seems.
All right, welcome everybody to Paranormal 411.
Welcome. You like that bumper music? It's Thursday.
It is.
Woo!
Already. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Got a great show lined up tonight.
We do.
We're going to talk a little bit about time travel. Back to the future.
This is one thing that I've always found fascinating.
It is. It is to
Time
me
travel.
too. I love watching shows about time travel. One of my favorites.
Yes. Remember Sliders?
Oh yeah.
That was a great TV show, wasn't it?
It was. We both got glasses on.
I know. What do you think? How they look?
Mine look a little small for this big old head, but we'll be all right.
Says, "Hey, what's up?"
Hi, Susan. Thank you for listening and watching.
Thanks very much. Thanks for being on our Tuesday show too. That was awesome. Remember, we're live on Spreaker. We're live on X, paranormal411.org, Facebook, and YouTube. Remember, we do have a new book that's about to come out.
We do.
East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore, 2nd edition. It's going to be a great book.
Yes,
This is in its 5th iteration.
Oh, yeah.
And its last.
Yeah.
If you're looking to find us, you can do that at paranormal411.org, Paranormal 411 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Also on Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're on WDJY FM. If you're in the metro Atlanta area, that is 99.1 FM. You could also go to WDJYFM.com or paranormal411.org, click on the link and listen to us. We're also on Subspace Radio, which is an internet radio station. And we're also on all of your favorite podcast platforms. Join us. Join us.
So, we're going to talk a little bit about time travel. Just to let everybody know we don't know everything about it, but
no, we don't. But we know everything that we researched.
That's right.
And we found it on the internet, so it has to be true.
Yeah. You remember the show Art Bell did about the time machine?
Oh, yeah.
What was his name? Dang, I can't remember his name.
Didn't we do a show on it a long time ago?
I think we did, or we was going to.
Yeah.
Anyway, the guy had built a time machine in his garage or backyard or something.
Yes. That's the one where he threw the quarters and stuff through it, and it'd take a while to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he ended up stealing some Transformers.
Madman Markham.
Madman Markham.
Yeah.
Yeah. Art Bell loved that guy.
Dude, he went pretty far. I mean, that guy came on like 2 or 3 times.
He did until he disappeared.
Yeah. It took like what, 4 years or something for him to come back,
Yeah.
didn't
I think he went to like Alaska or somewhere.
he? Yeah, he said it took him a while to get back. It's a pretty crazy story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find him one day and
Ooh, wouldn't that be
see
fun?
what he's done.
Wouldn't that be fun? Because he said he was going to try to start doing it again.
Yeah.
Because when he got back, all of his stuff at the place was gone.
Plus, Art Bell had sent out to all his people. People were donating stuff to this guy so he could do this.
Yeah, they were donating transformers and all kinds of other stuff. So I mean, he was able to produce some
Oh yeah.
pretty high voltages.
So we hope everybody's doing all right tonight.
Yes.
I want to thank you for listening. We got 2 or 3 people in there.
Got a few people. We had more than they turned off.
Oh, boo hoo. So
All right.
time travel has long been a fascinating concept that's captured the imagination of scientists, philosophers, and storytellers alike. The idea of moving between the different points in time, much like we move in space, it opens up a world of possibilities and paradoxes that challenge our understanding of the universe and our place in it.
Yes.
From H.G. Wells, The Time Machine. Have you seen that movie?
I love that
It's a good
movie. The original was good, but that remake that they made in the early 2000s or something like that,
Yeah.
that was a really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
The concept of time travel has been explored in numerous ways, each adding a unique perspective to this intriguing subject. Just like we was talking about Madman Markham.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to have met this guy.
I was listening back in the days when he was coming on live too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So, time travel is not just a topic of fiction or fantasy either. It's also been a subject of serious scientific inquiry. The laws of physics, as we currently understand them, do not rule out the possibility of time travel. In fact, Albert Einstein's theory of relativity, it's one of the cornerstones of modern physics. Its significant implications for time travel is physics.
Yep.
So we're going to try to explore the concept of time travel from a scientific perspective too. Getting into the theories and experiments that suggest its possibility, the challenges, limitations, its portrayal in popular culture, and we hope to provide you a good little show here. What do you think? You ready?
I love time travel.
I do too. Wish I could time travel. One question that I need to ask.
Well, we kind of do on a daily basis. We can.
Yeah, we can. But can we go backwards?
I don't know. When it goes to going backwards in time, there's so many theories on that. Mm-hmm. Because you have the grandfather paradox.
Yeah.
Which says if you go back in time and you change something or you kill your grandfather, you wouldn't exist. So therefore you would never go back in time.
Well, didn't we talk about that the other day on the show?
We did.
That would just create a new timeline.
Right. So that's what they're starting to think more now, right?
Yeah.
Is that you can't go back even on your own timeline. That the second you start going back, you go back on an alternate timeline. And then any changes you make branches off a new timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty crazy stuff. Now, in our everyday lives, we all perceive time as a consistent and a constant progress of moments. So one of the following, one following the other in a steady, unchanging flow, right? So we measure it linear. So we measure time in seconds, minutes, hours, years. We kind of organize our lives around it. But what is time exactly?
I think it's man-made.
I do. Yeah. At its most basic, time can be defined as a dimension, much like length, width, and height, in which events occur in sequences. Now, these sequences give us the concept of past, present, and future. However, this understanding of time is largely based on human perception and the practical need to coordinate activities.
Hmm.
So, when we delve into the realm of physics or our understanding of time, it becomes a little bit more complex. Now, according to Albert Einstein's theory of relativity, time and space are not separate, but they are interwoven into a single four-dimensional continuum known as space-time. So you don't have space and time. Space-time is the same thing, right? Now, in this model, the fabric of space-time can be curved by mass and by energy. So, like the sun, its mass and its energy curves space-time. So, it leads to a phenomena such as gravity. Furthermore, time itself is not a constant, but can vary depending on the relative speed of the observer and the length of the gravitational fields. Now, this leads to a fascinating possibility such as time dilation, where time can appear to slow down or speed up. That kind of happened to us the other day, right? We watched that Jeep
Oh yeah.
and everything crumbled and that sucker started to go sideways, right? What happened? It seems like time
Slow motion.
slows down. And that's time dilation. We're seeing that, and we see that in our everyday lives, you know.
Yeah.
So you can, where time can appear to kind of slow down, like we said, speed up. Now, this forms the basis for the concept of time travel. So we're going to kind of explore these theories in more detail. Right, Jason?
Yeah.
So,
You know, you were talking about Einstein's theory of relativity.
yes.
Specifically his special theory of relativity.
Yes.
It presents a revolutionary understanding of the nature of time and space. Central to this theory is the concept of time dilation, which is where time can appear to be slow, like you were just talking about, or speed up. It's just depending on the velocity of the observer.
Right.
This is not merely a perceptual difference, but a fundamental aspect of how time itself operates within our universe. The faster an object moves relative to an observer, the slower time appears to pass for that object from the observer's perspective. This effect becomes increasingly pronounced as the object's speed approaches the speed of light.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why they said if you reach the speed of light and you go away from Earth and then you turn around and you come back, everybody that you know would be already dead and past.
Yep.
Gone.
It's crazy.
You might even know your grandchildren.
Thank you, Andrea Jewell, for liking.
Thank you.
So there's a experiment called the twin paradox. It's thought that it's supposed to illustrate the concept in a tangible way. So imagine two identical twins.
Hey, that's us.
Oh, it is.
See?
Yeah, I'm a little bit skinnier than you,
I
but
know, but it's all right.
you pushed me away from the table.
I get hungry.
So we're still red on YouTube. We're going to try to fix that. I don't know why we're so red.
I don't either.
We're not red over here.
I know. In real life, we're not that red.
So two identical twins, one remains on Earth while the other embarks on a journey into space aboard a high-speed rocket.
That's you, right?
That's
You're
me.
leaving me.
I'm gone
You're gone.
on a rocket ship. So according to special relativity, the traveling twin will experience time more slowly due to the high speed of the rocket. So when the traveling twin returns to Earth, they will find that their earthbound twin has aged more. This isn't because of any biological difference between the twins, but it's because of time itself has passed at different rates for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
So this experiment brings to life the counterintuitive, yet scientifically accepted implications of time dilation and Einstein's theory of relativity.
Yeah, and they've done studies with this with just airplanes.
Yeah.
So they'll set two atomic clocks exactly the same, put one on an airplane, fly it, and when it comes back, the one that flown will be, I mean, at that speed, it's only milliseconds, but it will actually be behind this other one that stayed on the ground. Yep. And that's one of the ways that they've kind of proven this theory.
Look, I think I fixed us.
Hey, look, I'm not red. I ain't on fire anymore.
We're a little gray, but hey,
That's all right. We could be aliens.
at least we ain't red. Maybe I should put a little red back in us.
So the Keating experiment was a landmark real-world demonstration of time dilation. It was conducted in 1971. Now, this experiment involved atomic clocks, and I think this is exactly what I was just saying, which are incredibly precise timekeeping devices. Flown on commercial airplanes, the planes traveled around the world, both eastward and westward, while identical atomic clocks remained stationary in the United States. So this is exactly the experiment that I said.
And that's called the
Keating experiment.
The Keating experiment,
yeah. The other ones remain stationary in the United States at a naval observatory. Now, the airborne clocks were compared to their stationary counterparts upon their return. It was found that they had manifestation of time dilation as predicted by Einstein's theory of relativity. This was not due to any mechanical malfunction or error, but genuine manifestation of time dilation. Now, the moving clocks experience time more slowly than the stationary ones, providing the empirical evidence for this phenomenon. Which I didn't remember the name of the experiment, but that's exactly what I said. And it was a pretty neat experiment because I've watched videos of them doing these experiments.
Yeah.
Now, they had another practical application of time dilation principles that could be found in GPS systems. The GPS network consists of numerous satellites orbiting the Earth. Now, each are equipped with an atomic clock. These satellites are moving at high speeds relative to an observer on Earth, and thus experience time dilation. Now, this means that the time on the satellite would gradually drift apart from the time on Earth if it wasn't corrected. So to maintain accurate satellite navigation, The GPS system has to constantly correct for this time dilation effect. And this is done by adjusting the rates of the satellite clocks based on their known orbital speeds and distances from Earth. So without these corrections, GPS coordinates would quickly become inaccurate, demonstrating that time dilation is not just a theoretical concept, but a practical reality that we could count on in our everyday lives and technology. Is that not crazy?
Yeah. I wish they'd hurry up and get it. They probably already have it.
What, time travel?
Yeah.
I think that's a possibility.
Oh. I think they do.
You know,
Andrea says now we feel that with ELDs. What's the ELD? I don't even know.
ELD.
Elaborate, Andrea.
That's why we get jet lag,
Okay.
she says.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't fly, so I don't know them terms.
I've flown. I've never really flown enough to where I was majorly jet lagged, but we have flown from here in Tennessee to Las Vegas. And when you get there, it's not only the ELD is
Oh,
the
yeah.
trucking that you have to
You
log
should have knew
into.
that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought she was talking about, but I didn't know. Yeah.
We got a trucker here. Didn't know that. That's a mark off your CDL.
I didn't know if that's exactly what she was talking about.
So, time travel, it is really captivating.
Yes.
But there are a lot of challenges and limitations that they say make it unattainable. So we're going to get into some of those here.
I think that they want you to believe that they're unattainable.
I think they've already attained it.
But I think we've said it before, not that long ago when we was talking about some subjects like this, but I think that's why these Mandela effects happen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. But we'll just go through some of the obstacles. One of them, the primary one, is the energy requirements it would take, to permit time travel. According to the theories that permit time travel, such as the concept of wormholes and general relativity, the energy required to keep these shortcuts through space-times open is vast.
But I think that they could already get into Planck energy.
You think?
Which is the energy that all the universe is made out of. Yeah. I think
you
so.
would need it to keep a wormhole open.
Yeah.
Steady.
Yes.
Just like Stargate.
Right.
I love Stargate.
Beep, 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 beep. The first movie was fantastic.
Yeah. So to keep one open and, large enough for a human to pass through, it would require negative energy equivalent to the mass energy of a planet like Jupiter. Jupiter is a big planet.
Mm-hmm.
So they say currently they do not possess the technology to generate such a large amount of energy. So
Yeah. Well, I think that the Tic Tac and all these other things show otherwise.
Right.
Because I think some of those are extraterrestrial.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those are us.
Yes. Man, what we got? Andrea. She says, if you fly opposite the orbit, no overlays, no stops, what then?
Depending on how fast, the closer to the speed of light, time would seem to slow down and stop.
Yeah.
If you're doing a couple 100 miles, like for instance, what we was talking about before, people who are frequent flyers who fly a whole lot biologically age slower than other people who don't fly as much.
Mm-hmm. I used to have like a good analogy of time travel, but I can't remember it. It's been so long ago since I thought about it.
Mm.
But it was a good one.
So if you could travel back, would you remember it?
Maybe.
I need to do like Bill and Ted. So when I get here, I'm going to throw this trap right there.
Yeah. That was also a good movie.
Yes, Bill and Ted's
Bogus Journeys.
Yes, those were all of
Excellent
those.
Adventures. Dude. So you also have possibility of paradoxes.
Yes.
The most famous of which is the grandfather paradox. So it poses a question: what would happen if a time traveler went back in time and prevented their grandparents from meeting? So then it would prevent the time traveler's birth.
Yes.
So that would create a contradiction.
That's right, because now the time traveler never existed to travel back in time.
Right. Would he just vanish like Marty and them did on Back to the Future?
Look at his.
He had a picture and he was looking at
everybody, his brother, his sister. Then he slowly started fading.
You know, but nobody really knows this because it's never been done, as far as I know.
Our government, I think, has done it.
Maybe.
I think so.
Oh yeah. That's another thing. Some physicists propose that the universe may resolve such paradoxes by what we was talking about, splitting into multiple timelines or parallel universes.
Yes.
But it's just speculation, but me and David think it's true.
I think it's true. Yes.
So I had you set up. There you go.
Oh man.
Had you set up.
Yeah.
We haven't encountered time travelers I don't know what I'm talking about. Time travelers. We haven't encountered any time travelers as far as we know.
Right.
So I mean, there's not definite proof against it or for it. It certainly adds to the skepticism.
You know, so movies like Time Cop and all these other movies, even if you look at old Star Trek episodes, things like that, what is something that they all have is a prime directive, right? And in all those Time Cop movies, someone has gone against the prime directive and they're after these people to stop them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jet Li's The One is one where not time traveling, but he's jumping from multiverse to multiverse, killing all the versions of him, because every time he does that, he gets stronger because that energy, instead of flowing through all of him, through all the multiverses, every time he kills one of himself, it goes between less of them. So then they get stronger, faster, smarter, the whole 9 yards. So, all these movies have had these concepts for a long time. And so if we were in an age in the future where time travel was not only possible, but maybe even recreationally possible, right? Man, I would really love to go back and see them dinosaurs, or I'd really love to go back and see the War of 1812, or just whatever it is, right? And you could do it it's a family fun vacation, right? And you go see you get on a ship and you see Mount Vesuvius explode, or just crazy things. I mean, the world would be your oyster to make as much money as you ever wanted, because you could take all these people back to see all these things, right? Christ getting crucified on the cross. You can see all these different things, right? Money making opportunities are there. So you'd need these plans in place to keep yourself separated from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would think that if it was possible, it would be pretty rare to run into one, to see one, or to talk to one, because they would try to separate themselves from everybody else.
Yeah. True.
Now, that's not saying that it's guaranteed that it's true, but I would think that something like that would happen. Because if not, boy, all kinds of crazy stuff could happen. Could you imagine someone come back in time and they've got some kind of crazy technology that just think about this. You could win the lottery every other week.
Yeah. I remember a story from a time traveler that supposedly came back to retrieve a old computer part from an IBM.
Yes.
Remember that one?
I do.
They needed it in the future.
And this is another Art Bell thing.
Yeah.
What was it? What was the name of that one? What was fascinating about that was that there was very few people at the time, especially, that knew that specific IBM had the ability to not only do whatever OS it was doing, but also do a bunch of other OSs at the same time. And that's what what was it?
Wasn't John Teeter?
John Teeter.
Was that who it was?
Yes. It was John Teeter.
Okay.
And he's the one that had the car and all that stuff with the, didn't have a flux capacitor in it. So I don't know how true it could be. No, but
it didn't run on garbage.
It didn't run on garbage. He couldn't fly. He didn't have a tagline of saying, where we're going, we don't need no roads. But the thing about it is that was a pretty fascinating story, because he had some knowledge of things that was very limited to very few people who actually knew that really existed in that way.
Yeah.
But now some of his predictions have not come true, because we should have already had World War III and all kinds of other stuff by now.
Maybe the timeline changed.
The paradoxes.
Yeah.
The second he told us that was going to happen, if you look at what we've already talked about just now, that immediately branched a new timeline off.
Mm-hmm.
So he still may be on that timeline, and we're on the adjacent timeline that branched off because of it.
Yeah, there was like one where he was talking about a civil war, and the states split up, and it was just like different, and it was only ruled by one. I can't remember who. The story is a pretty good story.
It is a good story.
Yeah. Hey, I think we better take a break.
Let's take a break.
Let's take a little quick break.
Everybody stay with us, please.
Yeah, we got a couple more things to talk about and time travel.
Hey, who likes time travel? Say yes. In the chat room.
Yes.
Tell us yes. Just yes.
All right.
Do your loud yes.
Capitalize it. Yeah.
Bold with exclamation points on it.
All right. We'll be back in about 6 minutes.
Woo. See you in 6 minutes.
What if the world we know is merely a fraction of reality? What if there are forces, entities, and phenomena that exist just beyond our comprehension in the shadows of the unknown? Welcome to Paranormal 411, your gateway to the unexplained and the downright chilling. Imagine, if you will, a quiet, sleepy town tucked away from the hustle and bustle of the city. The locals tell tales of a house atop a hill where strange lights flicker and eerie sounds echo in the dead of night. Some say it's haunted, others claim it's a portal to another realm. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain: those who venture there are never quite the same. Or picture this, a clear, starry night in the heart of the desert. Suddenly, a blinding flash cuts across the sky, a craft of unknown origin moving at impossible speeds. It hovers, then vanishes, leaving only questions and a sense of awe. Could it be visitors from another world or perhaps a secret government project? These stories, these encounters with the unknown are what we love here at Paranormal 411. Our mission? To explore the unexplored, to question the unquestioned, and to shine a light into the darkest corners of the paranormal. We've journeyed through haunted houses and UFO sightings and into the mysteries of cryptids and psychic phenomena and pondered the existence of other dimensions. And yet, there is so much more to discover. Paranormal 411 is your guide to the unexplained and the extraordinary. Here we talk about the mysteries that lurk in the shadows of our world, from haunted houses and UFO sightings to cryptids and psychic phenomena. We love to question, to explore, and to understand the unknown. There's a world of mystery out there just waiting to be discovered. So why not join us on this journey into the unknown? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and become a part of the Paranormal 411 community. Together, we can uncover the secrets that the universe holds. Welcome to Paranormal 411. Your journey into the unknown starts here. Join us.
In the heart of Madisonville, Tennessee, lies a pizzeria like no other. Step through the door of Legends and Lore Pizzeria and be transported to a realm where paranormal and cryptid encounters along with mouth-watering pizza go hand in hand. Meet Eddie and his crew, who serve up slices of the supernatural along with the best pies in town. With the walls adorned with eerie artifacts, indulge in piping hot slices that melt in your mouth and tease your taste buds. And it's not just the locals who love the incredible pizza. Legends and Lore has been selected as the best pizza joint in all of Monroe County. As lovers of everything pizza and the paranormal, the owners have mastered the art of crafting unforgettable combinations that will leave you wanting more. To stay connected with this mystical eatery, follow Legends and Lore Pizzeria on Facebook, where tales of their latest creations and upcoming specials will be shared. Make sure to browse their custom menu, featuring legendary pizzas like the Chupacabra Ranch and the Exorcist. So, whether you have an appetite for the supernatural or simply seek the best pizza in town, Legends and Lore is the place to be. Come for the unforgettable flavors, stay for the captivating stories, and find yourself in a world where legends and pizza collide.
Get ready to rock with the electrifying sound of Catalyst, a band that's sure to leave you wanting more. With their powerful lyrics and killer riffs, Catalyst is a great sound in the world of rock music. You can listen and find Catalyst on Bandcamp, or go to the link at paranormal411.org and click on their banner.
All right.
Hey, everybody. We're back after that 6-minute break.
We are back
Woo.
after that break. Nobody said hey.
I know. No one said hey.
Yeah. I love time travel.
No one even talked to us about time travel anymore. Andrea's been the only one talking to us. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you, Andrew.
No. So we're live on Spreaker, Podbean. We're also on paranormal411.org, Facebook, and YouTube. Now, we do have a new book that's about to be out. When do you think that'll be, Jason?
Man, I'm going to say in the next 30 days.
So in the next 30 days, you may be able to find East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore, 2nd edition.
Edition 2.
That's right. Edition 2, 2nd edition.
Edition 2, 5th iteration.
Yes, 5th iteration for sure.
Pretty good, little fascinating book. It
is.
It's a little more than a bathroom break.
It is. It's substantial. What is it, like 160 pages or something like that?
150, 60.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And if you're looking to find us, you can do that on paranormal411.org, paranormal411 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Remember, Saturday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you live in the Metro Atlanta area, you can listen to us on 99.1 at WDJY-FM. You could also go to WDJYFM.com or paranormal411.org and listen to us. Just click on the link. We're also on Subspace Radio and all of your favorite podcast platforms.
Join us. Oh, and we will be back Saturday at 8 p.m. live.
2-hour show Saturdays.
2 hours. We're trying to hook up a guest.
Yes, maybe. We are. Yes, we are. And Michelle's trying to help too.
Okay.
She's got a couple in mind that she's trying to get. Also wanted to remind everybody, we're trying to, now that we've started doing this Tuesday and Thursday show, we're trying to do them about an hour, but man, we got so happy with Eddie and Susan on Tuesday that it ended up being almost 2-hour show. But hey, that's okay. We had fun. And, but we're wanting those to be listener days. So if you have a great story you want to come on and talk to us about, or you don't want to talk to us about, but you want to write it and let us just talk about it, or you want to come on as anonymous, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We want to hear your story because they're awesome. We love listener stories. And so, those 2 days we've started doing, and that's what we want to get to, where at some point, Tuesdays and Thursdays are your shows to tell us your stories. Right, Jason?
Yeah.
So
we love to hear them.
That's right. And if you want to do that and you want to be on the show for those listener days, info@paranormal411.org is our email address. And just say, hey, I want to be on the show. And kind of tell us what it is that you want to talk about. You know, we do everything. Paranormal, UFOs, aliens, ghosts. It doesn't matter. Anything you want to talk about that's in the paranormal field, we will do it.
We love talking to psychics.
We do. God, we have a lot of psychics on. Remember, that is info @paranormal411.org. All right.
Susan, you don't have to be sorry because we loved every minute of it.
Man, we had a great time. I was sorry. I felt bad that we kept you guys over.
Yeah.
Man, we had so much fun with the show and stuff. It was great. I mean, we want to do it again. We want to make like a thing out of this. Have Susan and Eddie over, at least once a month.
David, have some barbecue.
Yeah, I can make barbecue. I can barbecue.
I don't know, but he had some awful nice looking hamburgers tonight.
Yeah, they're my my bunker burgers.
Oh yeah.
And we had some bunker fries too. What do you think about those fries?
Yeah, that was good.
were
Michelle
good.
did good.
Yeah. Bunker fries are awesome.
I didn't eat a hamburger if my wife's listening.
He did not. I
I did
offered
not.
multiple times and he said no. Someone said that we need a barbecue pizza. Who is that?
Let's see. Dia
One and only.
and only needs a barbecue pizza.
Hey, you know, I've got a pizza oven too.
Yeah.
But you know, Eddie sells a heck of a barbecue pizza.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
What?
Legends and Lore has a
I
heck
can't
of a
remember
barbecue.
the name of it.
I bet you Susan can tell us.
Yeah.
What's the name of Eddie's barbecue pizza?
I don't know. It's barbecue chicken. I know that.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, we thought we had another watcher.
That's all right.
Mothman Barbecue.
Mothman.
Hey, watch it on the other one too. That way we can, two watches. We got
Watch it on
Dia
both.
and we got Andrea.
Yes. Hey, but we really like it when it's on YouTube because YouTube helps us out a lot.
Yeah.
So now, time travel, it's really a fascinating and captivating subject. And really pop culture kind of runs with it, right? Especially in the realm of science fiction. You have shows like Doctor Who, movies like Back to the Future and Interstellar. And they've all kind of explored the concept pretty in depth, kind of each with their own unique interpretations and implications, right? So Doctor Who, for instance, features a time-traveling alien known as the Doctor, who uses a TARDIS that stands for a time and relative dimension in space to journey through time and space. He often alters historical events. Now you have Back to the Future, on the other hand, that presents a more comedic take on time travel. With this iconic DeLorean car that enables the people to experience different errors firsthand and deal with the consequences of altering the past, which is something that we've kind of talked about tonight, right?
Yeah.
And that was one that we haven't really talked too much about, is like Back to the Future.
Right.
I mean, every time they would alter something, when they'd come back, it made a huge difference in his future, right?
Yeah.
Which now some say you really wouldn't see in your own timeline, because it would create a new timeline.
Right. You would jump to that timeline when you came back.
Yep.
I especially like the one where they were in the Wild Wild West.
Oh yeah, that last one that they did.
Yeah.
Where
Part 3.
Yeah, where he came back and he was in
Yeah.
the train.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And they destroyed the DeLorean when he came through.
Yeah. Luckily, Doc invented that train.
Yes.
So I pulled up.
Going, we need no roads.
Yeah. I pulled up a picture of one of Art Bell's cronies. Madman Markham. I want to show him to you and show you his first little time machine invention. You ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Now, what's fascinating about this is that this first one that he done here, he was messing around. All he was really trying to do was create one of those, do you remember what they're called? The Tesla Jacob's ladders. That's what he was trying to do. And so he created one, and then he was like, no, I want a bigger one.
Yeah.
And so he's actually started stealing from his local electric department.
Yeah.
Freaking transformers.
Got caught, went to jail.
Went to jail for a minute too.
Yeah.
And but in the process of that, not only browning out his whole city by, but that's one of the ways they caught him. But he had taken a laser device out of a CD player or something, DVD player or something
Yeah.
like that, and was shooting it into the Jacob's ladder, and it was creating almost like noise, wasn't it, or something? He said,
I forget
Kinda
something
like
like that.
like an empty hum space in the Jacob's ladder that it wouldn't go through.
Right.
And he was wondering what it was, so he threw a screw through it.
Yeah.
And the screw disappeared. And then a few seconds later, it rolled across the floor.
Yes.
And so that caused him to start doing all kinds of crazy stuff and experiments, to where after he got out of jail from doing all the first stuff that he did, after he come back, what's up, Steven? How you doing?
What's up, Steven? Oh, he's got a buddy that experienced something like this up in the mountains of Tellico.
Really?
Lost
that like
time.
Is it a lost time or a time dilation thing? That's amazing.
Maybe we can get you on the show.
Steven, you need to, our Tuesdays and Thursday shows are for y'all to come in.
Yeah,
you don't have
talk
to
about this.
You don't even have to come in the studio, but come on, you're so close. You could come in, and talk with us. This would be awesome.
Yeah, we have to get Eddie to set that up for us.
Yeah. Steve, man, just info at paranormal411.org.
Yeah.
You could also talk to Eddie and Susan. I mean, they've got our cards, I'm sure, but info at paranormal411.org. This is two times in a row you've said you've got some juicy stuff. Love to come in with y'all. Just hit us up. Hit me up.
All right.
Hey, our Tuesday shows, Thursday shows, all 1 hour shows for y'all to come on and tell y'all stories. So, tell me a Tuesday or a Thursday that you want to come in. Oh man, we love lots of stories. That means lots of episodes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that means.
David was talking about, pop culture and the TV shows. These portrayals of time travel they're often influenced by, and in turn influence, popular understandings of the concept.
That's right.
They draw upon the scientific theories, such as the Einstein theory of relativity, and they're credible to their narratives. They also introduce elements of fantasy and speculation. For example, Interstellars, like he was talking about, its depiction of wormholes and time dilation is based on physics, theoretical physics.
Yeah, that movie is pretty fascinating. I really like that movie.
And it also, it speculates on the existence of higher dimensions and the power of love transcending space and time. That's pretty cool.
That's how he knew exactly which one to go to.
Yeah.
To set the clock in motion.
They played, a significant role in shaping the public's perception of time travel, and they just blended it good with science, I think.
Yep, I think so.
Well, what you got?
Well, Steven, definitely hit us up. Put it on the
Yes.
screen, Jason. Type it in for them so they know. Info to paranormal.org. If you'd contact us at this email address, and then that way we could kind of communicate back and forth on a date that's good for you, then we can set it all up for sure. It's info at paranormal411.org. So,
and that's anybody if you want to Be on the show, tell your story, tell your experiences.
If you don't live here around us, we'll set it up like we do one of our other
Yeah.
guests. We'll send you a link and we'll video chat with you. Okay.
Arcane Discoveries.
Awesome.
That's his group.
Love it. Okay. That's awesome. Yes.
So we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight and listening to us jibber jabber about time travel. It's a topic I love.
It's something I've always found fascinating. As a young kid, and this may sound weird to some people, but I was in like elementary school, and this fascinated me so much that I would start checking out books on general relativity and all this stuff. And I actually used to have a notepad from when I was in elementary school, and I would be writing all of this stuff down because I was going to figure out how to time travel.
Yeah.
I can say I never did,
but
it was that fascinating to me that I tried,
I think that, it probably is the simplest thing to do. And
I think that's the thing about it is that maybe it's like a lot of things that we try to make it harder than what it really is. That is one thing that a lot of physicists and stuff like that say, is that anything that we could dream up, that we can see that is mathematically possible, right? That we can actually do the math and everything on it and say, yep, we could do this. They say the universe can do it on its own.
Yep.
Doesn't need people to do it. So that means that there's a good possibility all those ships and planes and all that stuff that disappear in the Bermuda Triangle, that's really what happening.
Yeah, well, that one plane that landed 35 years later with all those skeletons on it.
Yeah.
It's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah. It is crazy. It is very crazy. Steve, it's all right. Hey, these are our kind of short shows. We're trying to keep these to an hour. But hey, if we get all caught up like we did with Eddie and Susan, it might be a 2-hour show, when people come on. But yeah, definitely email us, man, and we'll do a show, and we'll have you over here in the bunker.
Unknown location.
That's it. In the deep,
the Bat Cave
in the Appalachian Mountains.
Remember, we will be back
Saturday.
No, yeah, this is Thursday.
Yes.
Whoa. Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and be a 2-hour live show.
Yes, hopefully we will find us a 2-hour guest for that show. Remember, you can find us at paranormal411.org, Paranormal 411 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Remember, Saturday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're on WDJY FM. That's 99.1 FM if you're in the Metro Atlanta area. If you're not in the Metro Atlanta area, that's all right. You go to WDJYFM.com or paranormal411.org. Click the link. You can listen to us. Also, Subspace Radio, which is an internet radio station, and all of your favorite podcast platforms.
You almost got it that time.
Join us. I'm getting better, aren't I?
Just a second or two away.
I'm telling you, I'm getting better at this. One of these days, we might be considered professionals.
That's right. Remember, everybody, stay curious.
Jeffrey's Hell.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that.
Yes, I don't think I've ever.
Stay curious, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye, everybody.